Well, folks, today's a great day in the United States of America because it's Trash Removal Day. And I present to you the trash that's being removed. Her name is Hamida Soleimani Afshar, and her adult daughter as well. They are of Iranian descent. And Marco Rubio has informed them that they are no longer welcome in the United States and they have been arrested by ICE. So we're going to take a look at that story. I want to find out why I'm so happy about it, and I'm sure many of you are as well. But first, I wanted to take a moment to thank you guys again for joining me here at the Right Side View, and I hope you enjoy this video, so let's get right into it. Okay, so let's get right into the story here on Fox News Digital. Two relatives of slain Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Major General Qasem Soleimani, that's a mouthful, living in Los Angeles, were taken into custody by federal agents after Secretary of State Marco Rubio revoked their green cards, officials said. Hamida Soleimani Afshar, identified as Soleimani's niece, and her daughter were arrested and are now being held by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, according to an announcement Saturday from the State Department. So, hallelujah. Awesome news. Couldn't be happier with these developments. The Trump administration says Afshar has been a supporter of Iran's totalitarian terrorist regime. This woman's a pig. She's a pig, and she should have been gone. She should have never been here to begin with. Afshar is the niece of deceased Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani, Rubio wrote on X. She is also an outspoken supporter of the Iranian regime who celebrated attacks on Americans and referred to our country as the Great Satan. So yes, folks, she is a pig. She's trash. She has stunk up this country since 2015. And when she is removed, and she is back on her native soil in Iran, her and her daughter, the country will smell a little bit sweeter. The sun will shine a little bit brighter. It'll be a great thing for this country. This week, Rubio goes on to say, this week I terminated both Afshar and her daughter's legal status, and they are now in ICE custody, pending removal from the United States. In January of 2020, a U.S. airstrike in Baghdad killed Soleimani during President Donald Trump's first term in office. So, and I believe it was with a drone. Remember when that happened? That was way, way, way back in 2020. It seems like a long time ago. But we sent some drones, and we removed this Soleimani guy from the face of the earth. And again, that was a great day in itself. While living in the U.S., Afshar promoted Iranian regime, listen to this, promoted Iranian regime propaganda, celebrated attacks against American soldiers and military facilities in the Middle East, praised the new Iranian supreme leader, denounced America as the Great Satan, and voiced her unflinching support for the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, a designated terrorist organization, the State Department said. So, she's a pig. She is trash. And this woman was allowed to stay in this country for 11 years. Unbelievable. Afshar pushed this propaganda for Iran's terrorist regime while enjoying a lavish lifestyle in Los Angeles, as attested to by her frequent posting on her recently deleted Instagram account, the department said. Yeah, it's all been scrubbed. She had tons and tons of followers, I'm not sure how many, on Instagram, and that's all been scrubbed. So we're cleaning it all up, getting the trash out of here. So according to the Department of Homeland Security, ICE officers arrested Afshar and her daughter Friday in Los Angeles. DHS said Afshar entered the U.S. on a tourist visa in June of 2015, was granted asylum in 2019, and became a green card holder in 2021 under, of course, the Biden administration. In July of 2025, she filed a naturalization application where she disclosed that she traveled to Iran at least 4 times since being issued a green card. Her trips to Iran illustrate her asylum claims were fraudulent. So, asylum is, there's an asylum law that protects people who come here from another country who don't want to return to that country because either they're going to be politically persecuted and imprisoned, or they're going to be tortured, or even worse, have their life taken from them. And so these asylum laws are in place for people who are in that position and they're innocent. And we, as the United States, said, yes, come in, we'll give you asylum, we'll protect you. You can build a life here in the United States. So this pig files for asylum. And at the time, that was in 2019, you couldn't file for economic asylum like you could under Biden. So it had to be a threat of violence, threat of torture, threat of imprisonment because of her political beliefs. Whatever she said, it was fraudulent to achieve that asylum that she got. And then she gets asylum and then gets a green card on top of it, and then takes 4 trips to the country that she was so afraid to go back and live in and needed asylum from. She goes and visits 4 times. That's just incredible, unbelievable. But this stuff happens all the time here in this country. We extend our arms of protection because you tell us that your life is in danger. So she takes advantage of that. Then she gets a green card. We extend our arms of prosperity and open up the potential of prosperity to this person and say, go ahead. And she apparently did very well for herself because she's driving Hummers. She's shooting AK-47s. She's living a lavish lifestyle in Los Angeles. It's hard to live a lavish lifestyle in Los Angeles, and she's living that lavish lifestyle. And turns around and spits right between our eyes, in our faces, day after day after day. She trashes the United States of America on her Instagram account, which is probably where she was making all the money to live her lavish lifestyle. So incredible. Incredible that this stuff goes on. So the State Department continues to say it is a privilege to be granted a green card to live in the United States of America. Yes, it is. If we have reason to believe a green card holder poses a threat to the U.S., the green card will be revoked. In addition to revoking Afshar and her daughter's lawful permanent resident status, officials said Afshar's husband has been barred from entering the United States. So let me say, bravo to Marco Rubio, bravo to President Donald Trump, bravo to ICE, big pat on the back for arresting these pigs, these dogs, and taking them into custody, and for making sure that her husband never enters the United States. So the Trump administration will not allow our country to become a home for foreign nationals who support anti-American terrorist regimes, the announcement said. And there's more. There's more. You bank on it. Not only foreign nationals who hate us, but, and in particular from Iran, there's many who are still living here who are relatives and have deep ties to the Iranian Islamic regime and the thugs and the terrorists in Iran. The doors were just flung open in the 4 years of Joe Biden's presidency, and these people came in droves. And now it's going to be one at a time we get these people out of here. But each time we do, this country is a better place for them being gone. And, this woman, these people, they don't deserve a plane ride back to Iran. I wish, if I had it my way, I'd put him in a dinghy and give him a great big gigantic push towards towards Iran, or I'd put throw a rope behind one of the Navy vessels going over there to the Gulf and tow her in the dinghy back there. She doesn't deserve a cushy plane ride back there to Iran, but she loves it so much. She's going back, and we'll see how that works out for her. So, a great day for the United States, and I'm happy for it. So, that's about it. I thank you guys for joining me on this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click that like button and put a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of all this, and we'll see you in the next video.